Well, welcome back, folks. Today we're going to be tying the Bonds Dragon. This is in yellow. I also tie it in tan. Those are two most effective colors. So here we go. This fly is designed to be fished on the swing. There's your ingredients for the fly. What I mean by on the swing, you actually swing it and not strip it. But you could strip it. We're going to start off with a size number 2 hook here. I'm going to coat it with some 210 Flexmaster in cream. That's Danville 210 Flexmaster. I'm going to come in with some marabou. When I put this marabou down, I want about 2 hook lengths. And I want this, when you put this marabou down, push it down and get it to go about 3/4 around the hook. I'm going to grab another piece of marabou and I'm going to make that tail super broad. Once again, go about 3/4 of the way around the hook shank there. Cut off the excess, tighten it up, and come in with some UV Polar Chenille. This is in copper tan. I'm going to use the rotary vise here, the rotary function of the vise to advance that UV Polar Chenille. Lock it in, cut off the excess, pick out the little fiber so it's sparkly, and come in with another piece of marabou. This marabou is going to go 360 around. Make sure you put it 360 around. Wrap it off, cut it off in front of the hook and then push that little excess out. That's going to give you a little broadness to the head and push a little bit more water. Whip finish it and cut it off and add some Zap-A-Gap. If you notice, that UV Polar Chenille is pretty much covered by your marabou. All right, so here we go toward the front of the hook eye, or fly, not hook eye. This is the size number 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat that thread on there. I'm going to get a nice coat of thread on this hook here, and then I'm going to bring my thread to about 2 hook eye lengths back there. I'm going to build a little, like a little ramp, like a little, foundation for my eyes. I'm using 7/32 eyes from Spirit River in yellow. I'm going to lock them in, twist them on there, make sure they're secured and they don't twist, make sure they're lined up, and then I'm going to come in with some Power Pro 65-pound test. That's right, not wire, Power Pro. I want this fly to wiggle and jiggle. I'm going to put in 2 beads. The first bead is size number 6 in gold. Second bead is red 3D bead. And then I'm going to hook the first portion of the fly on there. This fly is going to be riding both hook ups. So make sure you orient it correctly. Advance that Power Pro to the front, fold it back, lock it in, and then I'm going to come in with some more UV Polar Chenille. We're going to wrap this forward and we're going to stop about 1/4 inch behind the eyes. That gives us enough room to put some more marabou. That's right, this thing is going to be a floater and be singing in the film, chasing those big fish. I'm going to put 1 piece on the bottom. Make sure you go 3/4 of the way around. Then I'm going to grab another marabou piece and put that right on top and go 3/4 of the way around. So the bottom of the fly gets 2 pieces of marabou. Top of the fly gets 1 piece of marabou. Make sure you go 3/4 of the way around with the marabou. You want that hook to be covered in marabou. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually come in with some flash. This is lateral line flash in Opal Mirage. It is 1/69. I'm going to 1 strand on each side of that fly, lock that in, and then I'm going to be coming in with some Foxy brush. This is in tan 3-inch. Watch your thread so you don't cut the wire. When you're wrapping this, you're going to wrap and pull back. When it gets all knotted up like this, just come in with your bodkin, pick it out. You want 3 turns of this brush behind the eyes, then come over the eyes, and you're going to do 3 additional turns in the front. Make sure you keep pulling that brush back, coming in with your bodkin, and picking it out so it's not tangled up. This brush is going to push a lot of water, and it's going to make a lot of noise. I cut it off with wire cutters, and here I'm going to pick everything out, and I'm going to start cleaning up the head. Do not use too many thread wraps. Make it nice. If that wire's sticking up, use your pliers and push it back, or your scissors. Clean up that head nicely, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in with some Zap-A-Gap, but before I do that, I'm actually going to brush it out some more and make it nice and clean and organized. But I'm going to put some Zap-A-Gap on the thread and do about 3 to 4 turns. Lock that glue all up in that thread, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to get some UV ice dub, and I'm going to make a little noodle or a dreadlock or whatever you want to call it. Add some more Zap-A-Gap, twist that on there, make it nice and pretty, a little shimmer on the head. Then I'm going to come back with my scissors, cut off the lateral lines, make them about, halfway into the tail, and good luck, fish it,